Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge television, radio, and podcast talk show. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning 2 p.m. on the Eastern time zone, so I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. You can find us on television, Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. You can also find us on all the social media sites. I'm there for you as well. Continue sending email. I love them. Donna at donnasedge.com, Donna at donnasedge.com. I've got AP Steadham with me. He's our sports guy, and it's always fun to have you on the show. Things are changing. Things are being tweaked. All kinds of little things are happening in the sports world. So how was your week last week?
Yeah, it was good, Donna. We had been to the Super Bowl, excuse me, in the San Francisco Bay Area. So we saw, the Seattle Seahawks defeat the New England Patriots, and Sam Darnold, who had been on 5 teams, he's a USC quarterback, University of Southern California quarterback. He's the first one from that school to start a Super Bowl, 60 Super Bowls. And you have a football program as legendary as the Trojans, and that was their first starting quarterback. So Sam played a good ball game, and they won. So I was happy for Sam. I had a chance to speak with him through the years. I didn't see him out in California, but I did speak to Kenneth Walker III, the running back from Wake Forest initially, and then at Michigan State. He was the MVP of the game. Spoke with him. That was a lot of fun. So then we went down to the All-Star game in Los Angeles for a little while. Met some people there. So that was a lot of fun. And we're in the thick of SEC basketball, and Alabama and Arkansas got together a couple overtimes, and a thrilling ball game. Alabama won. Tennessee double-digit win over Oklahoma. Auburn is struggling right now. They lost to Mississippi State. So those 3 programs are going in different directions.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. That's a little unusual for Auburn. They're usually pretty good in basketball.
Yes. Yeah.
So, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, it's always I think it's the talent primarily, Donna. You have to have the talent to compete. And I think that right now it's looking at a record of 14-12. I think that's the record. So they don't have enough talent to compete and be in the top echelon of the conference. Alabama has a chance to get near the top. Florida, Arkansas, those are some of the good teams in that league at the moment. And as far as the poll is concerned, the SEC this year, Donna, they don't have a top-notch team nationally. The highest-ranked team right now is Florida in the Associated Press poll at number 12. Vanderbilt's number 18, Arkansas's number 20, and Alabama's number 25. So there's 4 teams from the SEC in the top 25 of the AP poll. So maybe one team can sneak in the Final Four. We shall see. You have to have a hot shooting game against its opponent that's better than you. You have to have excellent point guard play. You have to win a close game or 2, and just have to win 4 games now to get to the Final Four. I always tell people it's the Final Four in March Madness is 3 weekends of winning 2 games. If you win 2 games, 3 straight weekends, you're the champion. You win 6 games, you're the NCAA champion.
Is this the lowest that an SEC team has ranked ever?
Not the lowest, but they just don't have anybody in the top 10 at the moment. But that doesn't mean they can't succeed in the tournament, because there's many upsets. Maybe you're looking to play a team that's higher ranked than you, but somebody upsets them before that game is to be played. So just win and survive in advance and see what happens. So, but like I said, right now, 4 teams in the top 25 in the Associated Press poll. On the women's side, there's 10 teams down. 10 teams in the top 25. So the women are much stronger this year.
Yeah, that's some good news. Let's go back though to the men's side, and let's talk about the top 5 that are in place right now. And let's just take Alabama, for example. What would have to happen in order for Alabama to get up there in the top 5?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, no, I don't know if there's enough time in the season to reach the top 5, Donna. Maybe climb up half a dozen or so slots. They're number 25 at the moment. But as far as in the conference, yeah, they could. There's about a half a dozen games or so left, so you can win out. Yeah, you can reach that top of the conference. You can do that by winning the rest of your games. So that is possible to be up there in the conference. But right now, I think these coaches are trying to improve. They're trying to get their teams healthy. They're trying to continue to have the good chemistry and play tough defense and improve on their free throw shooting and their ability to lower the turnovers, have a good point guard play. And the younger players now, you're well into the season, so you're trying to groom them to get ready to play in the NCAA tournament and then in the league tournament as well.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about coaches for a few minutes, and let's talk about the SEC coaches to begin with and what they have going for them. You just mentioned a few things, but what is some of the drive they need to be looking at right now?
Yeah, the coaches in the SEC, Donna, last year, record-setting number 14, and I don't know if that'll be duplicated, 14 on the men's side, earned a berth to the NCAA tournament. The previous best was, I think, 11 by the Big East in 2010. So, but they're on a path to maybe have, on the men's side, maybe 10 teams to earn a berth, that's a big number, 10 out of 16 in the NCAA tournament. So they're coaching well, recruiting well, and beating teams outside the conference early in the season. So they're in a good position, maybe the best all time as a group, the coaches, what they've been able to do for the men's basketball programs in the Southeastern Conference. So you have to salute them.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk for a few minutes then about, because I'm not seeing the variables in basketball that I'm seeing in football. And what I mean by that is so many changes are happening within the football industry. So, I mean, what that is, and do you see maybe basketball kind of following the same trend as football?
Well, Donna, when we meet with the basketball coaches in October at the SEC Media Days, some of them, when you ask them about their team, they're as puzzled as me and you because they might have 7 to 10 newcomers. Mm-hmm. So you need to have chemistry in basketball because there are options to pass the ball, to move on the court. Whereas in football, you diagram a play, maybe you're handing the ball to a running back that's already established. Maybe you're throwing to one side of the field to a receiver or the tight end. In basketball, you have the point guard and they can throw it anywhere to any of the other 4 players. So that's how it's sometimes it takes a month, maybe longer. Maybe it takes the entire 3/4 of the season to develop that chemistry where the players are familiar with how they're moving on the court, who likes to shoot from what part of the court. And so it takes a little bit of time if you have 7 to 10 new players on your basketball team and you're coaching new people and it's a very fast moving sport or it's plays happen within seconds, right? You're running up and down and you're trying to call out the plays, the defensive schemes, the offensive sets. So basketball could take you, like I said, 3/4 of the season just to feel comfortable with each other, the coaching staff and the players amongst themselves.
Yeah, I wish that could be a quicker turnaround than that. Are there any players that you can think of? I mean, somebody who's just really rocking it that you can say, boy, that's a right future.
Yeah, that Darius Acuff, the freshman, he's from Detroit, but he plays for Arkansas. He has been sensational. He was a McDonald's All-American, and last night against Alabama, he had, I think, 49. Of course, they played, I think, a couple overtimes, but he is a very good player to come into the league as a freshman, McDonald's All-American. And he's performing very well for his team, 21 points a game he was averaging. Of course, I think that might go up with that splash of 49 points, but he's an excellent player for the Razorbacks. So that's one that kind of stands out as a young player. I mean, to come in and make that type of impact.
Mm-hmm. basketball to me seems as if it's a little bit more hometown. And what I mean by that is the players tend to be a little bit more from that particular area or the particular state, I'm trying to say.
Sometimes, Donna, but with this NIL and through the years, I mean, you have coaches with national reputations. They recruit from coast to coast, Donna. They bring them in from across the ocean as well, in different continents. So these coaches who have the national reputation, they're able to recruit players to come to their schools from the globe. Basketball is a global sport.
Mm-hmm. Well, why do you think there's such a difference, though, between men and women's basketball teams? Because it just really seems like the women's basketball teams are really on fire right now.
Yeah, the women in the SEC, they've had that reputation for decades, Donna, where they've been some of the better teams and programs, and the higher profile coaches were the SEC men's basketball. It's evolved, I think, the last, I would say, 5 to 10 years. They have a couple teams in the Final Four at certain times where that wouldn't have happened maybe 20, 25 years ago. But now they're on a path where they're expected to get at least one team in the Final Four. Mm-hmm. So that's taken time and devoted resources to that sport.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see more girls are interested in high school in playing basketball. So that also helps with the thrill of basketball, women's.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the women's basketball in the Southeastern Conference has been one of the better brands of the league, representing all the teams in the conference for a long, long time.
Phil's mother, I think she was 5'11", and she actually played basketball. And
wow.
We're really good at it too. So, I mean, so I'm glad to see more girls going into that trend. Let's go into a commercial break and we'll return in just a few minutes. Everybody hang in there, okay? We'll be right back. Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas, or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is U.S. Senate candidate Don Brown. This race for the United States Senate in North Carolina is a race of we the people versus they the establishment. The Constitution's first three words are not we the establishment, but we the people. And because of our great grassroots conservatives in North Carolina, I'm pleased to say that we have the establishment candidate that's being rammed down our throats by big money, Mike Whatley. We've got him on the run. As a matter of fact, within the last few days, the Whatley campaign appears to have spent millions on television ads going into a primary race, and even has enlisted the AFP, which is an anti-Trump organization, to go knock on doors for him. Our Democrat opponent, Roy Cooper, has not having to do this. Why? Because Roy's got no competition. We're about to take Whatley out. I need everybody to keep it up. Please go to the polls if you haven't. And if you have gone to the polls, please encourage others to go as well. We will win this by force multiplication. Also, while we don't have to raise all the money that Whatley has raised, we got to raise enough to stay in a boxing ring. So please consider donating to our campaign. You can go to brown4nc.com and just hit the donate button. But above all else, get to the polls, get your friends and family members to the polls, and everyone you know, Don Brown for the United States Senate. This campaign will be a victory for we the people and a victory for the United States Constitution. Thank you so much.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Television, radio, and podcast talk show. Thank you so much again for watching us every day, Monday through Friday, as we ride home with you in the afternoon. Wanted to mention WZLA. They're the biggest powerhouse country station in South Carolina. And I'm going to tell you what, I really love being affiliated with them, and they love sports. I'm telling you, the folks right here in this area are all into football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is. If it's a sport, they're all into it. Kind of like Alabamian folks are as well. Now, AP Steadham is with us right now, and so he has his own talk show. He's on YouTube. He's on various channels, and you can find him as AP As We See It. So what's going on with your show?
Yeah, Donna, we had some nice guests this week. We had Courtney Mims. She's the sports director of Fox 16 in Little Rock, Arkansas. So we discussed their new football coach, Ryan Silverfield, who came over from Memphis. And they have a nice, pretty, probably heated quarterback battle ensuing in the spring here, try to figure out who will be the starter. And then we also had Sierra Clark. And Sierra is the host of SEC on the SEC Unfiltered channel. So we were discussing Trinidad Chambliss, the quarterback of Ole Miss, who earned another year of eligibility through the court system. So that's his sixth year. He transferred from Ferris State Division II champion. He was the backup. The starter was hurt. Austin Simmons, I believe his name is. Yeah. So he was inserted into the lineup and had a tremendous season. Ole Miss made the playoffs. So we had some discussions about the SEC, their reputation. So we have a nice show with Courtney Mims and also Sierra Clark as our guests.
Okay, let's talk a little football and some of the things that have happened this past season. I know there were some issues with Clemson and coach there. Is anything being cleared up about that? Any new news?
Yeah, well, I would just say that Clemson just really took a slide this year. I would say it's the worst season for Dabo Swinney in quite a while. So he's trying to turn things around. He's going to have a new quarterback, which always that's a key variable that it's determines the outcome for your team most of the time. So and they have to play better on offense, better on defense, coach better. So this is kind of a crucial year for Dabo, I think, to rebound and recover from that season. Ended up with a loss in I think there was a Pinstripe Bowl against Penn State. So they're looking to recover and turn things around. So it's a big moment for Dabo in his career, really.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Same with South Carolina. What's in the lineup there?
Yeah, South Carolina. Yeah. Lenora Sellers is the quarterback. He's very talented for South Carolina, but he needs some support. And South Carolina trying to rebound as well. Both of the Carolina teams, South Carolina and Clemson, they weren't happy with the one-loss record, and normally, those fans, like I said, I think they're some of the best fans in the country, the state of South Carolina. So they were unhappy. They ended the season with not a nice holiday because of the one-loss record. So South Carolina, they're going to have to play better, and the quarterbacks need some support. And you like to see the quarterback have some improvement as well. But these are big years for South Carolina and Clemson both, because they didn't have good seasons.
Yeah, well, they could bounce back. Now, we've been talking about Tennessee in the SEC for quite a while. We've been looking for them to do something. And also Vanderbilt. Are you seeing any changes within those two?
Yeah, Vanderbilt has a hotshot quarterback coming in to replace Diego Pavia. So let's see if Vanderbilt can continue the trend of having a winning record overall and making a bowl game. And so Clark Lee, he's established his program the last couple of years with Diego Pavia leading the charge. He was the quarterback, but now he's moving on. So they have a young quarterback who's talented. So they're going to have to start anew at that position. But I think that Vanderbilt, I don't know, it seems like they have the staying power with this NIL to attract the talent, and evaluate talent and offer money to the right people to keep winning. So we shall see, though. And then Tennessee, they're waiting on Joey Aguilar. He was the transfer from Appalachia State via UCLA, and they're trying to see if he can retain some eligibility and be the starting quarterback for them again. He's a winning quarterback, but they need to play better in certain areas, improve on the defense and attract more talents, because they're trying to rebound. Once again, we use that word rebound, recover, reignite the program to do better than their last season.
Well, you've mentioned the new frontier in football, and it is one.
Right, it is. That's right. Yes.
For go, but are there any teams that are really benefiting from the new era in football?
Well, Donna, Vanderbilt is the prime example. I think we benefited from the new system in the SEC, but everybody has a chance to make that tremendous turnaround, 180 degrees. If you had a losing season last year, then if you're a head coach, you're saying to the potential recruits that want to transfer, you have a chance to start here, and we need your type of talent to win more ball games, and it's wide open. And so I think that's a good landscape for everyone to have a turnaround with their program if they weren't satisfied with the one-loss record of last season. But you have to be able to evaluate the talent. Donna, like I said, everybody has millions of dollars, but who should receive the millions? That's the big question. Just because you have the money, you have to pay the right people. So, yeah, you could see anybody come back and have a nice season, a winning season with this transfer portal in NIL frontier.
But would you agree it's the team who has the most money who's going to benefit for the best players?
Right. And yeah, and then Donna, you have to be a good coach, because the talent level is very similar. And just like the NFL, the games are won and lost by maybe a touchdown or a one score, field goal, touchdown, something of that nature. So you have to be critical and be smart in your coaching, especially in the closing minutes of these decisions you have to make. You just can't recruit the players, good players, and count on them winning the ball games for you. You have to direct them and have the proper schemes, make the right calls, prepare your team to compete against the competition in the league and the non-conference games. So it's professional football. It's at its highest level because you're paying people, and the talent level is been equalized across the broad spectrum of teams, not only in your league but across the world of college football. So that means you could play 4 games where you lose by a touchdown, but you still have 4 losses. Mm-hmm. But so, why did you lose those 4 games? Was it coaching? Was it you were missing talent with a particular unit? Was your quarterback good enough? Was your offensive line protecting him and supporting him enough? So there's a lot of variables now that people can point to. Years ago it was, well, we don't have the talent. We defensively, we give up too many points. Well, now if your secondary is not good, why didn't you improve it in the offseason? You have the ability to acquire talent, or the defensive line, or the linebacking core, or we don't have the receivers that can get open and support our quarterback. Well, why not? You had the whole offseason to reach out to players that are willing to transfer. So there's you can point to the reasons some teams are losing specifically now.
But it also, we're in this new era, though, with pay, and it just, I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. It feels like the one with the most money is going to be the winner.
Well, you think so, Donna, but the other part of the equation is, did you judge the talent correctly to offer them the money? For instance, if you have the wrong quarterback, your team is on life support. There's nothing you could do. You paid a lot of money for a quarterback that's not very good. You thought they were going to develop under your system or with your coaching, and they haven't played well for various reasons. So how do you overcome selecting the wrong quarterback? It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
You're going to struggle.
I'll go with that. I mean, just so many different ways we're having to look at things right now.
Yes.
New thing. But it's the one who can adapt to change the quickest, I think, is going to be the winner.
Absolutely. It's the person who could implement the changes that will survive and prosper. And like the change or not, embrace it fully. You can't do through the membership. I mean, it takes a lot of support to gather the membership votes, but things can change. But you're part of the daily, like everybody else, your athletic program.
You just have to embrace the change. I mean, I'm pretty glad that I have a little, my music is listened to a much different way than it was back in the 8-track days. And I didn't like toting around 8-track tapes that would damage in my car in the extreme heat, the extreme hot. So I kind of dig the new way we listen to music. So we just have to jump on the train and go along with it and find your own way, though. It has to be your own way, not a pepper cutter type way. But anyway, we're going to have to call it a day. AP, thank you so much for being with us. Tell folks again how they can find you.
Yes, on our YouTube channel at AP As We See It, on Spotify, the same on our Facebook, X accounts, and Instagram. We put the links to the show each week, and then all the places that we interview people, everything is on our YouTube channel at AP As We See It.
There you go. Thanks, folks, so much for watching. We definitely appreciate that. Continue to send email, Donna@donnasedge.com, Donna@donnasedge.com. Talk to you a little bit later. Bye-bye. Have a good one.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. Or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free.